again, and here we are at another location. This is actually White House's Greenway, and that's actually the high school right over there. It's the high school I attended, and right under us is a dying creek. And as you can see, it is going down by the minute here. It's right here by main road here in White House. And over the past few years, it has slowly gone down in water size, or water depth. And as you can see over here, you know, that's mud. So I'm actually showing you some video from a kind of wet season right now, as I've said. But just to the extreme of this project, or just to the extreme of how, you know, much this creek has gone down over the past few years. You know, I thought it'd be perfect for this project. You know, it used to flow at least into the middle of that branch right there. I remember going freshman year of high school, you know, looked over here and thought that was really cool. But I mean, you can see the rocks that used to be at the bottom of the creek bed. And you know, this again is about a 3-foot drop in water level over the past few years. Alright, moving on to the next stop. Alright, here we are at the same creek that goes by the high school. This is the high school behind me right here, on the Greenway nature trail that they built. Just wanted to show you that this is actually a pretty good part of the creek. It looks like it's at least a foot deep here. This is probably the biggest part of the creek. But as you can see right there, the creek's sort of dying out when it used to, you know, successfully go through that way. It's slowly drying up right there. And it also gives you a marker where it used to flow. You got it right here on this line that you see. Used to be how tall it was here. Like I said, it was the deepest part of the creek, and it used to flow pretty good. I'm actually standing on a drop-off here. That's a drop-off of about, I don't know, 10 feet there, so not very good proportioned, but that is probably at least 4 to 5 feet, maybe probably closer to 5 feet that it has dried up. And going on to the next location. Alrighty, here we are. This is the last stop of the tour. This is on the other side of the Greenway. Greenway loops around White House. It's a big circle. And this creek also follows the Greenway pretty good, and leads into I want to say the Cumberland River here in Tennessee, which is one of the major rivers that we use here in Tennessee. And as you can see, that, you know, here's a pretty good spot of the creek here. It's probably maybe a foot deep here. But as you go up this way, you slowly find little patches of leaves. And really that's not piles of leaves there. That's the bottom of the creek bed, where the leaves have piled up from the fall. And this used to be completely covered. It used to be completely wide, and it used to flow pretty fast, actually. Like I said, this creek along the Greenway is probably one of the biggest parts of the creeks that go through White House. And as you go here on the other side of the bridge, I have some very good evidence of this creek, you know, getting dangerously low. dangerously low water level. Alright, here we are on the other side of the bridge. I was just standing right over there. This side is, continues to be probably the biggest part of this creek. It flows, that's actually maybe 2 feet right there, I would say. This creek used to be, the bottom of this tree right here used to be underwater. It used to be close to the base, about right here is probably where it would go under. It's about 2 feet at this part of the creek that has gone down. You can clearly see right here where the water line was on the base of that tree. But the big evidence here, see how wide this creek is? Keeps getting wider and wider, but then it sort of narrows right about here and it gets small, really small. And you see all those leaves right here? Well, that used to be part of the creek, and part of it seems to be disintegrating or disappearing. And this is the strongest part of the creek, and when the strongest part of the creek starts going down, the rest of the creek's going to get smaller and smaller. And the less water it pumps into the Cumberland, the less water is in the Cumberland, or whichever river it pumps into. I'm pretty sure it's the Cumberland, since that's probably, I think that's the biggest one here in Tennessee. So I hope this was conclusive evidence, conclusive video evidence that the creeks here in White House, Tennessee are diminishing, and the less creeks we have, the less water we'll have in the rivers, and the less drinking water we'll eventually have. Hopefully, I don't know really what they can do. It mainly requires weather cooperation. Maybe global warming is a factor in all this. I don't know. But I'm going to research it, and I'm going to put it in a PowerPoint presentation, and hopefully I'll get some answers from some research I'm going to do online. So this is Mike Berkey, and you just saw the creeks that are slowly diminishing in White House, Tennessee.